Hello, welcome to a demonstration of how to create a geometric keychain in Onshape. We are going to start by creating a new document. We're going to put it into the classwork folder. And I'm going to call mine keychain 2 with my name on it. And please remember to put your name on your file as well. Now that we are in our new document here, I'm going to start by making a sketch on the front plane, and I will click on the front of the view cube so that I can see my creation head on. I'm just going to make a pretty simple, let's see, I think I have the design here. This design that's kind of looks like 4 half circles coming together. So we are going to use Onshape to do that by using the circle tool. Probably not a surprise to you. So what I'm going to do is click on this blue line and bring my circle as far as the origin. And again, I'm going to click on the blue line again, this time underneath, or the x-axis you might say. And again, I'm just going to bring it to till I kind of snap right onto the origin there. I'm going to do the same thing here and snap onto the origin, and the same thing here and snap onto the origin. So I ended up with circles that are probably all different sizes. I'm going to get my dimension tool, and you're welcome to make them different sizes. I'm going for something that's more symmetrical, so I'm going to use my dimension tool and click on the edge or circumference of the circle. And I think I'm just going to make this 1.5 inches in diameter, like that. And I'm going to do the same thing for each of the circles. I'm going to make them all the same size. So 1.5 inches. And notice I'm still in my dimension tool up here. You can see it has this gray box around it. It's still selected. I can select any number of shapes and update their dimensions, and I will stay in that dimension tool until either I press escape, or I click on the dimension tool, or I click on a different tool. So here I go. I'm going to continue with the dimension tool. I'm going to click on the circumference of each circle and make each circle 1.5 inches in diameter. So now they're all about the same size. Next, I'm going to remove some of the interior edges or interior lines so that I end up with just the exterior lines left. So I'm using my trim or scissor tool, and I'm going to click on these interior lines. Great, so now I'm left with just the outline, the exterior lines that make an interesting shape here. I'm going to add one more circle, this time for the hole for the key ring. I'm going to put it up here. It can be 1/4 inch in size. And let me set the distance of that circle from the edge. And I'm going to make it 0.09. And I'm going to accept my sketch. So now that I have a basic design, I can use my extrude tool to give it some depth. I'm going to make my depth 0.25 or 1/4 inch. I think I'm going to add lettering, as we have been doing with many of our demonstrations. I'm going to make a new sketch. This is sketch 2. What sketch plane do I want? I'm going to select the front face of my keychain here. And I can click on the front of the view cube so I can look straight on at that keychain. And in order to add text, I need the text tool. I'll draw a text box. And I think I'll write my initials. By the way, I haven't been pointing out too frequently, you can choose different fonts here. You get a preview up here of how the font is going to look. So there are definitely a lot of options. I kind of like this one, Tinos. We'll try that. So there are my initials, and I have so much symmetry. I wonder if I can get my name centered, or approximately centered. So first, I like to set the size or the width of the text. I'm going to go for, I think 1.5 or maybe 2. How about 2 inches wide? How can I center this? Oh, I know. I can click on one edge, the left edge of my text box. I can click on this, I'm going to call it the y-axis. And I could say I want this to be exactly 1 inch. So that should mean I have 1 inch on this side, right? That means we're centered. And then we seem to be pretty well centered vertically as well. I think I'll click on the bottom, click on the x-axis, and just keep whatever dimension is currently there. So now that I have my initials all planned, I can accept my sketch. And I'm going to extrude again and select my initials. I'm going to make this I've been doing a lot of removes. Maybe I'll leave my initials on and have them come out something like 0.05. So that's pretty nice. It's very subtle. So if you are happy with your design, you can share it with me in Onshape. Click the share button, get my name in this address bar here, and you can have it, can view would be fine. And I'm going to need to export, or maybe even make a copy of your document. So make sure you check the export and the copy, and make sure you click share before you close. Good luck with the project. Let me know if you have any questions.